Hello guys, this is Claire Kitsune, 17 technically, and I'm making this vlog for everybody who is watching my channel. And for those of you who have been wondering, why haven't you updated, in case, you haven't seen my previous other random comments and or recent video vlogs stating little, well, I haven't really been stating the facts very bluntly, except for I kind of like, throw them in there like, yeah. Anyway, I'm rambling here. But the point is, I've been having technical difficulties, and it's been kind of growing since I started. If you watch my original videos, the Pokemon Snap, for example, which, not my best, but I was learning. I didn't have as much issues with that. However, I started with using poorer quality, I guess you could say. I got the capture card from the suggestion of Nintendo Capri Sun, and it works great. Originally. It still works just fine. I do have some issues with it, mainly because I think it was more noticeable when I started my short Zelda Majora's Mask Let's Play, because it started really dark on the setting. Even though I had it set correctly, it still went automatically dark, so I had to actually click the setting so it would remind itself, oh yeah, I'm up here. So it's kind of bizarre that way. But so I had that issue to start off with, and then later on I figured out how to make better quality videos, and that's when things started getting bad, because the quality was so good that I couldn't run it to edit it off of the Windows Movie Maker, which is, it's a terrible program. And I also have an old computer since 2007, so it's not really high-tech. It lasted this long. It's still going, even, actually. I do have some issues with it, like, I can't play certain games. Like, if I tried playing Minecraft, it would be laggy as hell. So, games like that, I can't run on my computer. But that's just an example of what I'm dealing with on software. I did end up buying a software program later on because I was having issues with the converter of, how do you say, to get the video file that I loaded, using, the capture card, was too high quality to work on Movie Maker, so I had to convert it into something simpler that Movie Maker would work with. The thing is, I think the converter I was using was sort of buggy, so I did my best to get the thing off my computer because I felt like it was causing big issues, which is why I believe that's when I was starting to play Pikachu, Pokepark number 1, when I started doing that, but that was the conversion of, and it came out better, I guess. I'm not really great on telling the difference between graphics or like something that's blurry compared to something that's clear. So it's like, yeah, I can tell that, but anything that's just clear and then even better is like, I can't tell the difference, really. Anyway, I'm still rambling here. So I got a better software equipment to edit my videos, and that's what you've been seeing most recently. The only problem with it is I don't know how to work it well. I noticed that actually the sound quality got worse, which is either my microphone sucks, or I just did not know how to edit through the equipment software, which is most likely, or both. I don't know. It was a really cheap microphone headset. Anyway. But recently, over time, I've been having issues with the software program, and it's not with the volume, but with it rendering the videos so that I could post them up. I've actually had to wait an hour for it to render and then tell me, sorry, it can't render right now. And so I'd have to wait another hour for it to go again, and it was like 50-50 chance on if it was going to work, and it became even less and less over time, to the point that the software actually said, that, well, actually, not before that, I was editing on a special project, which, it's not, it's not really a special project. I'll just say it was going to be like a little extra bonus video, just for fun, and the video was going to be of Tulip. And if you don't know what that game is, go look them on Game Grumps, because they just have started playing it, and it's a really weird game that I would like to play more of. I really do. But, and I still have the audio that I recorded, I still have the video, but when I was editing to render together, I had to do a lot of cuts, because this was like a really long video, and I wasn't planning on making it a full Let's Play. I wouldn't mind playing it later on, but, it was a blind Let's Play, so I was going to cut a lot of it out, so that you guys wouldn't have to see the boring parts of me wandering around wondering, what do I do? Because, I don't want you guys to get bored. I ramble! It's not good! So, I was going to do that, but while I was editing it, and making sure which parts to cut out, the visual feed actually turned black. And the audio on my end went quiet, even though it was still showing that it was going. And ever since then, the issue got really bad, to the point that when I tried to put in a video to edit it just for fun, just to see if I could, it's put the video on as sound, like audio only, which it wasn't. So I ended up, removing it from my computer, and then I tried to reinstalling it, and it broke. Not the computer, but the software, I should say, because I don't know why. I guess I will have to, like, call in for help or something later on, but for right now, I'm not gonna bother. But I will let you know, when I tried to put in the key code, and then the special code that was in the box that I bought it in, neither would work. It said that the code is not acceptable and blah blah, even though it was correct, and I made sure, double checked like 10 times, and it still didn't work, and I was getting a huge headache from it, and I had to ask my friend for help. And then we tried using the illegal master code just because it was so frustrating that the one that I purchased wasn't working, and it still didn't work. So it's basically, I don't know what's up with that. Anyway, so that's the issue right now. What I plan to do, well, technically, I should say, out of all that rambling and letting you guys know what is actually the problem, what's going on with me, I do really want to keep doing Let's Plays, because it's really fun. Plus, it gives me an excuse to play games. And I love that. It's fun. The thing is, right now, I'm not able to because old computer and shitty software. So, at the moment, I'm going to say that I'm technically on a hiatus until I can get a new computer and afford better software. When is this going to happen? It's going to be really tight, I'll tell you that. Currently, I just got a job, and in the recession that we're kind of going through, though I've been told it's been getting better, so hooray. I'm not really thinking I'm going to get a computer very quickly. It's probably gonna take I hate to think this, but it might take a year, maybe a few months. I don't know. The job that I have is not normal hours that I'm used to, and I've just been, well, I haven't been working since last fall, like near the end of fall into winter, because I got laid off. Not because I'm a bad worker, but because it really sucks to live in a town like this, which is a seaside hotel summer resort kind of thing. So it only gets busy in the summer, and that means a lot of layoffs in the winter. So yeah, that's the really sad thing, is I could have been playing and doing Let's Plays while I was not working, and I couldn't do anything because program doesn't want to work anymore. So I apologize for this, really, I do. But at the moment, can't do anything. Sorry. So just so you guys know, and crystal clear on this, I am going to continue, but you guys will have to wait, I'm sad to say. So I hope you guys understand and enjoy the content that I do have up, and are looking forward to the content I have plans for later on. So until then, have a good day, you guys.